Hi, I'm Bob Batcher, the Executive Director for Prime Plus Senior Centers, and this is Prime Time with Bob. Normally, I'm with a friend and we're talking about some cool stuff about COVID and whatever. Today, I decided I would participate and be told what to do by more than just a friend, but by my daughter, who's a singer and lives in Florida right now. How you doing, Amanda?
Hello.
Okay, so there are some things that singers do that can help with kind of anxiety, maybe calming things down, and yet not necessarily singing, right? And that's called breathing.
Yes.
We're not
So,
talking about panting, we're not talking about yawning, we're talking about breathing.
yeah, taking a good deep breath and getting lots of oxygen into your system is something that most adults don't do. And singers have to do it. It's a foundation of singing. It's one of the most, if not the most important parts of singing is a really strong breathing practice. And so often what happens is singers have this breathing practice, but then it helps them in real life too, because taking a nice deep breath is, again, something most adults don't naturally do.
So something like that. That was a deep breath.
Yes.
So often we, especially in today's environment, we get kind of wrapped up and a little anxious, and we get nervous, right?
And I think for me, the more nervous I get, the higher my breath gets. I sort of feels
Yeah.
like trapped up into here. And by dropping the breath low and down into your, if you've heard of belly breathing, dropping it into your belly, that helps with emotions as well. It kind of grounds. I feel more grounded. I feel less anxious when I'm breathing more like my body naturally wants to breathe, which is actually not high. So,
So I
yeah.
got a lot of breathing room down there, in other words.
Well, you said it, not me.
Okay. What do you mean? But show me.
Okay, so go ahead and if you can angle your camera down just a little bit, that would be great. Can you angle that? Yeah, there we go. No, up a little bit more, just a little bit. I want to see kind
Okay.
of the
We've
top.
got to share that we have a fantastic videographer with us who's adjusting the laptop, and that's your mom and Mrs. Batcher,
This
my
is
wife.
a full family project. So
Exactly.
go ahead and take a nice deep breath. Like just like you just did. Right. See how everything kind of lifts, your shoulders go up, your chest go up. That's what most people do. Now, I want to ask you a question. Have you ever heard a crying baby?
Oh, have I ever heard a crying baby? Of course I have. About 30 some years ago.
Right. 30. Thanks for saying 30 some. Right. So when I cried for hours, I'm sure, did I ever lose my voice?
No,
No. So I could cry for hours and not
you
lose my voice.
never have lost your voice.
Well, that's mainly true. So that's because babies breathe properly. They breathe the way humans are designed to breathe. As adults, we forget, and this breath gets high, and that's into their belly. So when babies take a big breath in, their belly goes out. It gets fatter. It's like there's a balloon in there filling up with air. And then when they breathe out, their belly gets smaller. And this breathing allows them to cry for hours. So that's what I want to teach you and our viewers how to do, to take a belly breath. Now, it feels very
So we can cry for hours? Cool.
so we can cry for hours or sing for hours or talk for hours. So instead of this high breath, we're going to try low. So in order to do that, like I said, it feels very counterintuitive because I'm going to show you the two different ways on myself. So here's the high breath that you just did, what I call up into here. So when I do that, my belly goes in. Right? That's not what we want. What we want is the exact opposite of that. We want this to stay still and the belly to go out like this. So when I breathe in, my belly goes out. It's like it's filling up a balloon of air right here, and this stays down. Now, because it's very counterintuitive, literally the opposite of what most of us do as adults, it's easiest to practice it laying down. So I have an exercise I like to lay down and practice. Now, can you lay
in front of the sofa?
and you? I know.
I can lay down. All right.
Wait. Lay down. Yeah, I see. You got books on the ground. Can you grab that heavy book? Yeah.
The Mickey one?
The Mickey one. Is that?
That's my book, not yours.
I think it's my book. We'll have to talk about this later.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Okay, so this is it, huh?
Yeah. Okay, not
this exercise.
to lay totally flat. So move away some of those pillows and lay flat on the couch. You can put maybe one pillow under your head, but flat on your back. Yeah, pillows behind you too. Move those away. Get as flat as you can be with just kind of one pillow so you're comfy.
Okay.
Yeah, good. This is your kind of exercise, isn't it?
No,
Now, book, you're not going to be reading it. Yeah, maybe a smaller pillow. There you go. You're not going to be reading the book. You're going to put it on your belly. Put it right in the center where your belly button is. Yeah. Now put your two hands on top of that book. Now, I want you to take a big breath in, and I want you to make that book raise up when you take your breath in. So take a breath in. Yes. And now breathe out. Yeah. And yeah, breathe out on a, when you breathe out just like that on an SH sound, like you're saying, shh, be quiet. So take a breath in and then breathe out on a shh sound. Yes, that's how you get into your belly. Now, does it feel easier laying down than it did standing up?
Everything's easier lying down.
Okay. Yeah, it really does. I think it's for something about it kind of tricks when I'm teaching new singers this breathing technique because they're so trained to take these high breaths. Something about laying down and using a heavy object like a book, a big, heavy book, really kind of retrains those muscles to do the opposite of what they're used to doing. So now I'm going to give you an exercise that everyone can try at home. So I recommend just laying on a comfy surface with your head just comfortably supported, getting a heavy book, putting your hands on it. Go and put your hands on the book more like this, so I can see it a little better. Yeah.
Like this.
Yeah, good. Yes. Now I'm going to have you breathe in for a count of 4 and out for a count of 4. And when you breathe out on the sound shh, like be quiet. Okay. So I'm going to give you a red.
Screw it up. Okay.
Okay. Well, try your best. So in for the count of 4. Ready, breathe. In, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. Oh, you didn't screw it up. That was great. Okay. In for 4. I'm not surprised. You just said it, not me. In for 4, out for 6 now. We're going to extend it a little. In for 4, out for a count of 6. Ready, breathe. In, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, so we'll do one more. In for a count of 4, out for a count of 8. So relax. Ready, breathe. In, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're A+. You got this. Now I want you to just notice, we're going to do one more. I want you to notice that your chest and your shoulders and your neck is not even engaged. Really, you're not using any of these muscles. They're not moving around. It's just that belly. So really think about that this time and just see if you can kind of memorize the muscles that are working and that are not working. So let's do in for 4, out for 4 again. Ready, breathe. In, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, looks awesome. So that's a great exercise to start to retrain your muscles. You can go ahead and stand up if you want, or you can stay laying down. I don't know.
You had me breathe in for 4 and out for 6. Does it progress?
Yeah.
Is that the idea?
That's the idea. So you in for 4, out for 4, always in for 4, and then out for 4, 6, 8, 10, as high up as you can get. And the more you do this, these muscles will get stronger, and you can go higher. I have students who can. It's up to the 40s. They can do. Don't that they've been studying for years, but yeah, you just keep climbing until those muscles get stronger.
But if you're starting to get dizzy or something like, well, you're laying down. That's the beauty of it.
If you're laying down, so that's good. But yeah, it's just good. So that's actually a really good question. You're getting a lot more air than you're used to breathing like this. So you might be dizzy. So be easy on yourself. Maybe just in for 4, out for 4 for a few days or even a few weeks.
Comfy. I'm going to start doing the shows like this.
I bet. You can tell your guests that you're just working on your breathing.
Okay, but can you show one more time you doing it?
Sure. So breathing in for 4, it'll look like this. So nothing here moves. The other thing, so what I like to do is start on the couch, do that for a few days, get those muscles used to doing it, and then stand up and stand in front of the mirror and watch yourself. And you can either put your hands here to remind you to breathe here, or sometimes I like to put them here to remind you not to breathe here. So just gently rest your fingers here. See if you can see my belly move if I put my fingers here. So you're working muscles here. You can feel it work, and then this should just feel open and relaxed. Something, just another a bonus thing I like to do is stand like this. I call this the lowercase T pose. My hands are facing up like this. And that way this stays nice and open and relaxed, and then that belly can just work. So after you feel really confident doing this on the couch, then stand up and watch yourself in front of a mirror and see if you can use the same muscles.
Okay, now you tell me that you exercise.
Yeah.
And do Pilates and that kind of thing. Does this help you do that?
It does for me a lot. Once you get into intense levels of certain kinds of exercise, there's very specific breathing they like you to do. For instance, in Pilates, there's very specific Pilates style breathing. But my instinct is always to use my singer breathing until I'm told otherwise, because it gives me nice deep breaths.
Yoga?
That has a specific style of breathing. For me, when I was running, I would get my heart rate up too high because I would base how tired I was on my breath, and I was always a way stronger breather than I was a runner. So my breathing was good even when my heart rate was too high. But I would use this a lot running.
Now, how do you know you're breathing right? What's the benefit?
Well, if you look at like meditation practices or grounding practices, I know a lot of therapists give breathing exercises to their patients. Being connected with your breath and having a nice strong breath is very grounding. It lowers anxiety. And I'm not a doctor and I don't know the specifics,
Right.
but it's my understanding that that it really can help the chemicals in your brain to take nice, slow, deep grounding breaths. And you're going to get much more deep, slow grounding breaths breathing into your belly like that than you are these high, short breaths. So I use the same breathing exercises that I use for singing to help ground myself and help with my emotional health as well.
Cool stuff.
Yeah, I think
This is your chance. You've got about 30 seconds of telling me exactly what you think in front of a camera. What do you think?
oh, only 30. I'm impressed with your breathing. You did an excellent job. And I think that I'm just going to keep it on topic. I think that if you did that every day, I would be interested to see how you would feel after a few weeks. If you practice that every day on the couch and then you stood up and did it in front of the mirror and then just started to incorporate that into your regular life, I would be really interested to see if you felt more grounded and better.
Fantastic. Well, I tell you what, I'm going to reach over and get off the sofa and hit the quit recording, and then you can go off topic. How's that sound?
That sounds like me.
Okay, I would love to have you back on to do some singing later on.
Sure. I'll.
Can I afford you?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, thanks a lot
Yeah, sure.
for doing this. Hey, and for you guys, remember, stay safe and stay connected. See you later. Back on the sofa when I get done with this. I can't wait. Awesome.